This is video number, I think, 7? Day number 7. Video number 5. I think that sounds right. So, let me just talk about my 3 goals of the day. So, I have 3 goals every day. 1 physical, 1 mental, and 1 creative goal. So, yesterday, for my creative goal, I said I was going to draw. It ended up not turning out how I had hoped. It was pretty... I wanted to draw like a cute scene, and it ended up just looking like monsters. I ended up being pretty sad because of that. But, regardless, I tried. But, the bad thing is that I gave up. And because I gave up, I ended up also just wasting a bunch of time. I wasted a bunch of time just, I don't know. And then I also wanted to study that night. Maybe just take a nap and wake up early. That also didn't end up happening. But either way, I just kind of wasted the night. And I was sad because of that. Man, I slept a lot that night. And today, I ended up wasting a lot of time as well. But one thing I realized that I should do is I need to get in a routine, get in a schedule. And the way I should do that is I should forward my studying to the morning time so that I get out of the way for the day. And because whenever you're trying to just do it at the end of the night, it never happens. So I want to, in the morning, get 3 hours of studying in, and I'll be able to, just relax for the rest of the day and do my other 2 goals. And so what I'm studying is I'm studying Spanish. I didn't even mention that. So one more thing I want to do is I want to practice a little bit of Spanish in these videos. So, I'm going to probably get this wrong because I just learned it, but I'm just going to say the date. So it's it just turned Wednesday. Okay, I know how to say Wednesday. Es miércoles de los 25 de junio 2025. And it's, yes, los 12:09 en la noche. So I just tried to say the date and the time. I'll probably do that every video. I'll get faster. I just need to build these habits. So my studying is 3 hours. The first hour is going to be, likely when I wake up. This is a program I saw. It's passive learning. So, you're just intaking information. I did that today. I did about 1 hour of that, as my program should. So, I was just listening, watching some videos, subtitles. And then I did 1 more hour of active learning. So, I was taking in definitions and such. And then, the third hour is supposed to be speaking in some way. And still need to find out how to do that, but, that would be a challenge for me. And what I'm doing, and okay, I'll talk about my goals for today now too. So I got my learning out of the way, but it's already midnight. It's already the following day. I'm gonna probably get my creative goal in now. And as you can see, well, today was my skip day, so I didn't actually go to the gym because my friend was at the beach today. So we decided this will be our skip day. So I was just doing some movements here, as you can see in the background, of things that I was just wanting to improve on. So it's biceps and delts. And that's pretty much, oh, and what I want to draw tonight is going to be some architecture. I used to, at the start of summer, I was drawing one building and one, sort of flower every day. Now I want to resume that. I've just been, I don't know, I've been inside a lot, So in this like new morning routine I'm going to do, I'm going to go outside as well. Because I think once you really need some sunshine, not even sunshine, for me it's nature. You just need to be in nature a little bit. Realize that there's more to, being inside, and, once you realize that, you'll, I think be more confident in your goals. I've been finding it really hard to be motivated recently. Like, I used to be super motivated, but, the reason for that is because I think I had such a strong goal in the past, or I had stronger goals. But now I'm kind of more, I guess, just, I wouldn't say complacent, but, I'm a little bit happier with my life, so it's harder to, push myself. But, I have to really, really think what my goals are. I want to be an architect, but I guess I'm not thinking it's that difficult, or maybe I just need to make it my goal to be the best, so I actually push for it. But yeah, I guess if I had more desire, I could convince myself, it'll, I won't even have to force myself to work. I'll just do it blindly if I had the desire to. I could talk more about desire as I did in a video in the past. In, I think it was 2 videos ago now, I was talking about desire and how once you have a desire, whether it be anything, it could be love, like a crush is a good example, I guess, or it could be an addiction even. Your brain, or I guess just you will trick yourself into, thinking this is like the best thing, or just like bigger than life. That's what a crush is. Crushes are bigger than life. You become obsessed. With an addiction, you find every reason why, you could be for why, maybe it's not bad if you do this thing or whatever, and you end up doing it. That's what desire does. You desire this thing, you desire love, you desire wealth, blah, 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 whatever. You'll justify that, People will justify lying. I mean, I guess that's not the best example. I was going to say people justify lying, saying that other people lie, and it would put them at an unfair advantage. I guess that's desire for, I don't know, whatever they're reaching for. They make lying a reason to why, people are achieving something that way they want. But with desire, like in terms of addiction, you could find a reason or a justification in anything. like, I thought of a terribly crude example, but, I think I don't know, might appeal to some people, so I'll just give it here. It's kind of disgusting, though. So, when you use the restroom, you take a dump. Just give me a second. I have to think of the right words. Well, I haven't thought through the example well enough, but you have to wipe, you have to clean yourself. And let's say, like, you're already, like, there's nothing more to clean. If you keep looking, let's say you keep wiping, there eventually will be something, because you can never really be clean. That's really crude, but I think it's the same thing with desire. You could find, like, when you grasp hard enough, you could find any reason to be able to do this thing or that you want. And you could never really, there's always going to be it there if you just search and search. So you just have to stop yourself. I should have probably thought through that example more, found better words, but anyways, that's the video for today.